do. Hello, hello. It's a great night. All right. We are still syncing up with Instagram there. There it is. Okay. So, hi, friends. It is April 13th, and I'm Katie, and this is live crafting with Katie for 30 minutes for 30 days during the month of April. And yeah, so we are at Furhaven Farm. So you can see the farm behind us. Oh, there it is out there. And we are hanging out with friends, and I have been crafting today. I worked on my ice cream truck for a little while today, so that's how far I've gotten. I know it doesn't look like a lot, but for me, it's quite a bit. I'm not a terribly proficient or fast crocheter, so this is coming along pretty well. Yay! And we made it safely here last night after our drive, so we came to you live from I-81 last night, and I did make progress on this yesterday. I've not worked on this today. Here is my Not Today tank from Shenanigans, and you can see how far I've gotten on the body of the tank top, so it's coming along really nicely. And here comes Dean up the stairs with our laundry. Yay. I have clean clothes to wear now, guys. Yay. Being so nice. Thanks, Dean. So yeah, and we did fun things today, like go to dog agility and eat breakfast at a place called My Dog Duke's. And we played some toss and uh, pitch and hit in the front yard with my niece, Avery, and we did spaghetti for dinner, and it's overall a pretty nice day. So, anyway, I haven't done a lot of crafting today, so I'm gonna sit here and craft with you guys for a little while. And yeah, so I think Tabitha might join us here in just a little bit, and we will need to grab her yarn out of the truck at some point, and we are going to make some presents for her nephews and nieces, her nibblings. Um, so I think that's on our list of things to do this week. So we will be working on that. And Avery's birthday is later this week, so we'll be doing some fun stuff with them and hanging out. And yes, so really, really nice weather out there today. Not too hot, not too chilly. Got a little breezy there at one point. Kind of sprinkled on us a little bit here and there. Very spring outside for sure. So, um, just crafting away. So, I would love to hear about what you guys are crafting on right now, and how you are doing with your crafting challenge for the month of April. Have you been crafting every day? Have uh, have you felt the light at the end of the tunnel kind of brighten a little and kind of give you some excitement for what crafty project is coming next? What tell me about your crafting journey? I would love to hear it. Um, that is what we are up to today. Let me lower this a little bit. There we go. So you can see my stitching. Um, so yesterday we did that driving after um, we visited the Underground Yarn and Books in Hershey, Pennsylvania, and we drove a few hours to um, Virginia and where we are here, and um, pretty uneventful drive, even after chatting with you guys. So, found fuel right after we talked to y'all, and we had a pretty good price on it, actually. I mean, as good as it can be right now. EV is a diesel, and so it's really expensive right now, but um, making do. So, we found diesel for less than 5.50 a gallon, which I think is a win, considering earlier in the day I had paid 6.30 a gallon. So yeah, not so much fun. But anyway, um yes. And I believe Tab and Avery went to take a shower and get ready for bed because it is a school night and Avery is in school. So um Colby and Dean got me a table today to do skirting of their alpaca fleeces. Oh, Billy Joe, sweet. Um, Billy Joe says they are currently trying to get some old works in progress off the needles so they can cast on something new. Oh, that's super exciting, Billy Joe. It's nice to see you today too. I'm so excited that you actually caught us live. Our friend Billy Joe is located up in North Dakota, and we love visiting them. And we often get to see them at the Zombie Knitpocalypse knitting retreat that we go to. So thanks for joining us tonight, Billy Joe. Um, what what are your new what are you wanting to cast on? I would love to hear about what you are wanting to cast on right now. Um, so let's see. I have the tank top going. I started the ice cream truck stuffy and I bought the fabric the other day, and then I didn't buy anything yesterday for myself, but I did buy a whole bunch of mini skein sets from Little Loopy, and so I've been kind of thinking about like how best to use a mini skein set. And the other day when we were in Delaware, I bought a couple of mini skein sets for myself from Anzula at the Yarn Maven. And so I've been thinking about what, um, what's the best way to use those, and trying to get inspired to do something with that. So I would love to hear your favorite mini skein projects for yarn. Um, I think for the fabric that I'm going to do, I think I'm going to use the dress number 3 pattern from 100 Acts of Sewing. It's just like a really basic shift caftan, and it's super lovely. Billy Joe wants to do a summer top or a sweater. Not sure yet. Billy Joe, this is my Not Today tank. There it is. It has this cool knot detail on the back. It's a racer back tank top. And everything about it says it's going to fit. I still have my moments where I'm like, I'm not sure. But I think some of that is that I am a smaller person than I was last year. So, and so my sizing has changed a little. And so that's kind of interesting. Um, it's Monday, by the way, and it feels like a Monday. If you haven't seen, we do have our newsletter went out earlier today. One of the projects Dee and I are working on this week is putting an archive of all of our newsletters, all of our weekly yarn adventure notes on the website so that you can go back and read them. They're a really good overview of all of our travels and what the yarn trek has been like in the last few years. I think we're on, I think this week was 201 or 202. So it's pretty cool that we've been sending out those notes for that long. So it's a neat little thing that we're really excited about sharing with other people. So um, yeah, and don't forget that the Yarn Adventure truck, the vehicle, Evie, is for sale. Um, we are making a transition into a RV, an actually decked out RV, like Evie was before we had her remodeled, and then moving our shop into a trailer that we'll pull behind us. So we will be still on the road and still traveling everywhere and going all these fabulous places in our lives, but we will be putting a little more division between the shop and our personal lives. So we're very excited about that. Um, but to make all that happen, we do need to find Evie a new home. And so we have some really good plans for that. And that's been coming together really nicely. We've also been chatting up our new pre-order subscription boxes. So those are the very first one is our quarterly box, the day trips, and that is Yarn Adventure Goes to Space is the very first one. And then pre-orders close for that April 30th. So if you're wanting yarn, fiber, and a box with little goodies in it, we would love to share that with you. And you can purchase the box and any number of braids and skeins with that box. And or you can do a subscription and then check out the next three boxes that we have available for the year, and those will be available for pre-order as we go throughout the year as well. So you can sign up on our website. We have all that ordering there, and it's easy to do. So we're very excited about going on some day trips with you and bringing Yarn Adventure to your door every um, every 3 months or so. So and then hopefully as this goes well, hopefully we'll be able to expand into monthly boxes as well. So we've been working on some plans for that. Um, Also, if you have been following along, you'll also know that we are getting really close to 10,000 followers on Instagram. It's a really big accomplishment, and we're really excited about that. So we will be doing a little giveaway as we get to 10,000. We're within 100. I think we're within like 75 actually of that. So that's pretty awesome. And so it'll just be a little participation with you. And we love hearing about your projects and your favorite places to see Yarn Adventure and the things that you like us to carry and our favorite designers and um, makers. So please feel free to share and give us inspiration as we move into forward in our 30 days of crafting as well. So I have been, the last few months, I've had a really hard time getting motivated to do any crafting. Um, so I knit a couple of pairs of socks in December, and then I just pretty well put down my knitting for a while. I felt very uninspired and frustrated with a lot of stuff. And um, it was a challenge to myself to try and get excited about making again. And I think I'm doing a pretty good job of that. About halfway through the month now. We've been doing this for 13 days. And I am making plans and pairing projects with yarn and fiber and fabric and all kinds of other things. And so that's really, really fun. And I think that I'm on the other side of that crafting funk now. I have picked up my crochet multiple times today. My knitting went with me everywhere, and I think that sometimes like getting over the hump and then having it with you all the time is so nice. And that's a really good indicator of like, okay, I've moved into that next realm of I'm inspired again and I want to do stuff because I'm excited about making something. So um yeah. I was gonna share some pictures, I think, of what I'll do today. A few. Took some of the doggos. So Tabitha and Colby run agility dogs. We have currently there are 4 in training, and so I'm gonna try to share some of those. Um, let's see if I can make that happen. I'm not very good at this. Dean is much better at making all the stuff come together. So yeah, um, I would love to hear about your projects. Billy Joe, I'd love to know about your summer top. Is there one that you have in mind? I think that's always really fun to hear about. And I love seeing what other people are getting excited about. There's some really great tops out there. And so, um, all right, we're going to share screen. Hmm, how about that one? All right. So, we played ball outside a while ago. So, um, there's Dean. He's pitching, and Tabitha is fielding out here. So we had a good time doing that. And then we also, this is one of the dogs. This is Doc. He is the youngest, and um, this is one of his very first tries at doing like the dog walk and the tunnel, and so he made some really big progress um, this week, and he had a really good time today, so that was awesome. And let's see what else we got here. Lots of that today. Here's Doc. He's a cutie pie. This is Mikey, not one of Tabitha and Colby's dogs. This is Briar. She's very excited about watching the other dogs do agility. And this is Rue, and he is yelling at the other dogs. And yeah, so it's me petting Briar and Ruben. Anyway, and there's my new sorting table. So there is me wearing my dress last night. So we are um, doing all, no. I'm very not good at the whole camera thing. Okay. So I have my dress. I've been doing a good job wearing it and getting my pictures. I need to get one more picture today. And so we are making progress toward um, having all 100 days of wearing my wool and dress and photos of that. So I need to wear it through the end of the month pretty much. And that will pretty well cover me as long as I remember to get pictures every day. So it will replace the couple of days that I'm missing, and which is great. So we've been working on that, and Dean disappeared into the room. I don't know what's going on. So yeah, I'm knitting and having a good time. So yeah, let's just I'll sit here and hang with you for a few. I don't think Instagram is working tonight. Doesn't seem to be anyone over there. There are 5 people on Facebook and YouTube today, which is interesting. You never know. So this week it's gonna be a lot more like this. We're being pretty chill this week. So maybe I'll make some more progress on everything. Um, oh, now we have a couple people. Awesome. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun to do our crafting together, and I really appreciate y'all's feedback on what we do and how we're doing it and how you deal with being in a crafting funk. And I it feels like I'm not alone in this, which is really nice. So um, yeah. Um, yes. Yeah. That's you know, that's where we're at. So oh, the lounging tea. Okay, so Billy Joe says the lounging tea by Hoagie Locatelli, Summer by Anna Strick, and Sunday Drive by Tanis Lavalley have been in the queue. Those are fantastic sweaters slash t-shirts, and I would highly recommend any of them. The Lounging Tea by Hoagie Locatelli is like it always looks so like comfy and relaxed, and I always feel like I would have to make it so big that I'm not sure it would look very good on me, but I definitely can see how other people, um, like, how it would complement them, and I also think that it would complement me as well. I just have to, like, wrap my brain around it and find the right yarn for it. So, I think a lot of these projects are all about the right yarn, which is really fun to find and go on journeys for. Um, so yeah. Anything you want to add tonight? Dean just came out. He's wearing his Eureka Fiber in the Ozarks t-shirt tonight. I like the good one. You can buy one of those on eurekafiberintheozarks.com, and it is a drop ship, so it'll show up at your door in about a week, which is cool. Variety of colors, pick your size, all the good things. And I think I let every guys know that we added some more comfort color t-shirts in the Yarn is My Love Language design on the Yarn Adventure website. So those are there and ready to go. I'm not sure I'm gonna make it at 30 minutes tonight, babe. Okay. Oh, Billy Jo says she's had the yarn for Sunday Drive since 2018. That's amazing that you've had it like sorted with that since then, because I also sorted all my yarn into projects once upon a time, and then I promptly changed all the projects that I wanted to make. Yeah, that sounds about right, doesn't it? 2019, yeah. So, I think I may have done another revisit to that during 2020. So, I like making tops. I totally agree with Billy Joe on that. Having similar concerns about the just making any tops for myself. I think that sometimes we just have to say we're going to try it and do it and go for it and find the thing that works the best for us in that top. So, um, yeah. And yeah, beans, coffee beans. Look, guys, I got coffee beans. Yay, 2 pounds of coffee beans from the caffeinery. Um, just go for it, Billy Joe. I believe in you. Wind up that yarn. Make it happen. I mean, it's kind of what I feel about this one. Like, this is not my usual, like, the tank top is not my thing, but this particular style of tank top is not usually my thing. But I was like, it's really cute, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun to tackle and just do it. So I cast on and I said, we're going to do it. So, and I've made really great progress toward finishing that. So, like I said, I have about 4 inches now on the body, 4.5. So I think I need 13. So I'm doing pretty good overall for 13 days in, or 12 days in, or however long it's been. So, set little goals for yourself, I think, is always a good way to do it, is be like, okay, today I'm gonna, knit 5 rounds and of the body, and that kind of helps give yourself some guidelines and keep yourself moving forward. And they're small goals, so like if you don't make it, you have grace with yourself and be like, okay, cool, it's not a big deal. Um, maybe tomorrow I'll catch up, or it's okay if I don't. Like, I can move forward from here, and tomorrow I'll knit 5 rounds. And just keep setting small goals for yourself, and really giving yourself permission to make, I think, is a big piece of what we're doing. Um, and encouraging others to work with you and make with you. That's another big part of it. So, um, yeah. Molly Jo says they make a checklist to help see the progress that they're on a shawl, to see where they're at getting it done. That's a really great way too. So figuring out like how many rows you have left, or how much of a pattern you have, and like percentage points. can really help give you like you earn a gold star today kind of thing. I think that really um, helps us see what really understand how far we've come in something. Stitch markers are my friend, so oftentimes, if I'm feeling like I'm not making much progress, I will put a stitch marker in at the beginning of the day, and then I can see how much progress I've made, even because just a row or two can really feel like I'm slogging through. But when I look at it at the end, I'm like, oh, that's like a lot when you really start looking at how much that is. And so I really suggest doing something like that sometimes is just putting one of those removable stitch markers in and giving yourself like a visual of, okay, this is how I spent my time today. I think that that really helps too because sometimes taking pictures of it doesn't really help, but taking pictures in comparison to a dollar bill or your hand or um, your phone, even like just something that is a reference that you use all the time, and so um, that can also be a much more impactful vision for yourself and like really a big motivator because you're like, oh, I made progress on this and I'm moving toward a goal and I can see where this is going. So that is definitely one of those little tricks that helps um, keep moving things forward. And checklists are really great too. So the first part of this particular pattern, like all of all of the straps, huh? All of the other reindeer, yes. Um, thank you. All of the straps on here, they had like check marks for the different row counts. So like you did like 4 repeats, and then you did 6 repeats, and then so you counted off how many rows it was, and so each time you finished each section, like, you were able to fill in your little dot, and so, I think that those really do help keep you excited about what you're working on because you can actually see that progress as you work through the pattern and as you are, like, physically, like, producing something in your hands, so, yeah. Okay. Well, I made it to 28 minutes tonight. I think I'm going to say good night. And I will probably keep crafting, but I don't have a lot more words to say right now. So I will catch all of you guys tomorrow right here on the platform of your choosing. We'll be live around 7 Central, 8 Eastern, and I will be bringing you more crafts, more things, more stuff to work on, and hopefully give you a little encouragement to meet your goals in what you are crafting for your 30 minutes for 30 days. And until then, happy crafting. Bye, friends.